to follow through.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Beyond.a.ball podcast. It is your host Ian, joined by Justin. Santilus again today, but it's all right. I believe we're going to get him back Thursday for some more hard-hitting La Liga coverage. But today, folks, before we get into it any further, Justin, how's it going?
Hey, let me start off with something different. How are you doing? Not just me first. Let's
How
talk.
am I doing?
Let's talk about how are you doing today?
Well, so in my personal life, it's going pretty well. My personal life's going pretty well. I had a good weekend. Like I said, I threw out my back a little bit. I'm coming over a cold. I got a birthday party coming up this weekend for Patrick
Okay.
Leah. We're going to
Okay.
Roots Steakhouse in Morristown. It's
Good steaks there.
super exciting. Yeah, we'll talk more about the steak selection on Thursday. I'm probably gonna need to figure out what I want to get to eat, and then yeah, I mean, personal life's going great. Job still got one, which is always good. The third month of the year. But I tell you what, like I was saying beforehand, when I think about soccer now, I'm just depressed. My fantasy team sucks. I'm well in last place. Like I have no assets to trade. My favorite Premier League team at this point is 21 points rather off the first place team, and then I think there's a real genuine chance that we finish outside of all European spots. So
Big possibility.
I would say soccer wise, I'm not feeling good. I'm not feeling good
That's
at
fair.
all. At all. Are you feeling any better? At least you're not in last place in fantasy.
No, but I'm only 2 points away from you, so it's not like it's not like it's a big difference. But yeah, I kind of feel like you. It's just like Chelsea sucks. Fantasy team's not doing well. The
Yeah,
only thing I
and oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, the only thing I'm looking forward to is Ian. I know you're not a big multi-sports guy. It's by the way, it's already March, which is freaking crazy, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we're about to get like the best span of the next 6 months of like all sports coming
Oh
with
yeah.
March Madness coming. We're gonna have NHL playoffs, NBA playoffs. We got the Masters coming up.
Oh, watch the
You know,
Masters.
baseball starts soon.
Baseball's coming up. That's a good one.
World Classic starts for baseball tomorrow, and then
Oh,
by
does it
June,
really?
yeah, starts. No, maybe they're. Yes, I think it does start tomorrow. I could be wrong, or it starts Friday. Because I know USA plays Friday for sure.
Okay.
And then obviously we got the World Cup coming in June. So like the next couple months full of sports. You obviously have Premier League settling down,
Yeah.
still have Champions League and all that stuff. But I'm excited for that. Something maybe to look forward to besides watching Chelsea play.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think it's become a very long winter. It's been really cold here in the Northeast. I mean, you have a fiance that you live with. It's a little different for you, but being single as myself, as I was saying before, there are days when it's like so cold on the weekend and there's nothing going on. I'll watch soccer for 10 straight
Yeah.
hours. And honestly, it gets depressing by like 5 o'clock when I'm like, I've been up since 8 on this couch watching different matches, and now I'm watching the post-match conferences, and it's like I've been up for like 10 hours watching soccer.
And it's like, oh, what do I do? I feel too lazy to move now. And it's already 5 o'clock. I'll be in
Yeah,
bed
and then I
by
go and play FIFA, and yeah, I'm in bed by 9 on the weekends because then I'm up again at 6 o'clock to watch like I mean, whatever. I try to wake up this weekend to watch the Old Firm Derby. That was a great match, by the way. Did you see that?
I did not
Rangers were
see.
up. So I didn't watch it either because
Did they score a bike? Was there a bike in that involved?
I believe at the end, so
Then
the
yeah.
Rangers were up 2-0 against Celtic. For those of you who don't know, it was the Old Firm Derby. Rangers were at home against Celtic, the Old Firms in the Scottish Premiership. But Rangers took a 2-0 lead in the first half, and then Celtic rather equalized in the second half with two. So a good 2-2 draw. I did not wake up though. I tried to. I set my alarm for 6:30. I was like, I'm gonna go to sleep. But I was up for the 9 a.m.s on Sunday. But
Yeah, those happen. I have set those alarms for a 7:30 Premier League game. Go on the
I
couch,
won't
and
miss
the game's so boring, I just fall asleep.
I won't miss a prem match. That is something I won't do. Um, but yeah. Well, speaking of the Premier League, we are only talking about the Premier League today, ladies and gentlemen of the podcast listenership. We are going to be reviewing the weekend that was. We had a pretty good weekend. We had a lot of stuff that went on, a lot of different, I would say, interesting results, I think, kind of across the weekend. So we'll go over the weekend that was, and then we'll take a look at the matches that are going to be coming up on Tuesday and Wednesday. Do they have any Thursday matches, or is it just Tuesday, Wednesday?
Yeah, it's there's one Thursday match.
One Thursday match. Okay, so
Yeah.
we'll go over the matches that are coming up. Tottenham Crystal Palace on Thursday. Great. See, like, why isn't it Chelsea? You know what? Whatever. Forget it. So we will go over all Premier League from the weekend, what we have coming up, and yeah, we'll leave you with that. Justin, anything that you want to leave our listeners with before we get started?
No, let's get into it.
All right, awesome. Well, the weekend that was Premier League review. We started with Friday
Yep.
afternoon, 3 o'clock EST. And this was, I think this started off just an interesting, like I said, interesting weekend to me as far as results went across the league. We had Wolves at home winning pretty comfortably against
Yeah.
Aston Villa. Pretty comfortably 2-0. Yao Gomez scored 2 goals in this match. Or I'm sorry, Rodrigo
Now I had
Gomez,
one.
not Yao.
Yeah, two
Yao
Gomez's.
Gomez scored
The
one in
the
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 61st.
double Gomez.
Yes, the double Gomez got me. Yao Gomez had one in the 61st and a Rodrigo Gomez in the 90th. It just, honestly, watching this match, I watched the whole match because I
I
did
did
have
too.
a few bucks on it, but I never thought Aston Villa looked very good. It was very wet. They never, it looked like they struggled to just get anything going the whole time. I mean, what were your thoughts?
No, yeah, same thing. I was able to multitask, work and watch this game, but kind of the same thing. It's actually like watching Wolverhampton play against Villa was just kind of exciting, if we're being honest. And I thought for a lot of the game they did dominate with not going to
Mm,
say in possession wise, but what they were doing with the ball, especially going in the attacking third. I think they got opportunities. I think Villa was just like stale that game. I thought Ollie Watkins was nowhere to be found.
mm. No,
I thought
again.
Morgan Rogers, yeah, again, Morgan Rogers played okay. I know he had a couple opportunities, but nothing really dangerous.
Mm.
But I got to give credit to Wolverhampton picking up a rare win with a strong home performance and
Yeah.
maybe saying, hey, we may not be the worst team in Premier League history, maybe giving them a rare chance. I don't know. We actually got to look that up with the lowest points is
They're down there. It's
in a Premier
they're
League,
pretty
but there,
they're
I don't think you can calculate them out yet. I still think they could get out of the bottom three.
out of
If
fucking what, bud? They got 13 points.
yeah, they're not calc.
They have
If you ca
9 matches left. They have 9 matches left.
it's 18. What's the lowest team we got?
Oh, you're saying wait, what?
Hold up.
Are you saying that the Wolves will get out of the relegation spots?
No, I'm not saying. I'm saying they still can if you do the calculations. They still have a chance, but I'm not saying it's gonna happen.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I mean there's a chance I win the lottery this week as well, I guess.
No,
Anything could
there's
happen.
probably a higher chance of Wolverhampton getting out than you winning the lottery.
Mm.
I do wish you did win the lottery, but I'm saying if you look at it, you said
Yes, yes. If you
nine
look at
games.
it,
Yes,
the
yes.
chance there is a chance. However, it's a very slim chance. I mean, I actually just looked at your form as we were going over this. It's not the worst form, I guess. I mean, they won
Uh,
against Villa. They lost to Crystal Palace 1-0, which wasn't horrible. They drew against Arsenal on February 18th, and then they drew away against Tottenham. So I mean, it's not the worst form.
you know what? Hot take: they do not finish as the bottom team. That's my hot take of our podcast.
Mm.
They will be the 19th team, but they will not be the 20th team. Them and Burnley will switch.
Mm. Okay. All right. We'll go with that take. Anything else you want to talk about on this match, though? Anything that really stood
Now,
out? I mean,
Joe
otherwise, it was
Go,
kind of boring.
yeah, Joe Gomez got me 15 points in my fantasy team, so he started off my
Yeah.
fantasy weekend great. All right,
Yeah.
that's all
Yeah.
I got to say about them.
Yeah. Great. Terrific. Yeah. Fantasy was so fun. Moving right along, we will go into Saturday's action. And Saturday, we had the first kickoff was Bournemouth at home against Sunderland. Bournemouth won, Sunderland won. Pretty solid draw. We had goals in the 18th minute by Maenda on Sunderland to make it
Yep.
0-1. And then there was a goal by Evan Nielsen in the 63rd minute, a nice header assisted by Marcus Tavernier, who just seems to, I feel like, never age. I feel like he's been around
Yeah.
forever. This was a really good match. There were a few matches that are going on Saturday morning, to be honest, but this one really caught my attention. I think it was a really good back and forth. I think Bournemouth, again, is one of the, both of these teams are kind of like, who knows what's going to happen, kind of
Yeah.
unpredictable, but
hmm
it was a good match to watch. Good expected goal amount, a lot of shots, good action.
Did you get to watch the whole game or no?
I had this match on along with the other matches going on,
What other leagues?
not the other Premier League matches.
No, this was the 7:30 game.
Oh, right, 7:30 match. Did I watch this one in full? Yeah, no, I watched this one in full. Yeah, it
Yeah.
was a good match.
'Cause I set my alarm for it. I went out Friday night and my alarm went up at 7:30. I was like, oh, just to make sure check my fantasy team. And then I just didn't wake up. I snoozed it and went back to bed.
Yeah, no, it was a
That's why I was
solid match.
asking, yeah. What was I saw that well, I saw there was a controversy PK at the end that like a claim at the end of the game that led to a little bit of drama, disallowed goal, if you remember. I really didn't see the highlights of this one.
I didn't recall it. I think when I watched it, I didn't see anything that like really stood out that it should have been a PK.
Oh, all right. Thanks, Ian.
All
Thanks for that.
right, we're gonna move along.
I might as well
Uh,
just go watch the video of it again.
yeah, you might as well go watch the video. But yeah, it was a 1-1 draw. I mean, good two solid teams. Granted, Jacka was back. Didn't really help my fantasy squad that much. But so that was that. Moving right along, we had Brentford 4, Burnley 3. This match was wild. This
Yes.
was part of that very active 10 a.m. slate. And we had, so essentially what ended up happening is Burnley went ahead 3-0 by the 34th minute. Damsgaard in a goal, Igor Thiago a goal, Kevin Schade a goal. And then Burnley just starts clawing back. 3 minutes added time, Coyote own goal. 47th minute, we're in the second half now. Jaden Anthony goal. 60th minute, Zion Fleming goal. Now it's 3-3. And then in the 79th minute, Zion Fleming goal ruled out
Yeah.
offsides. But then Dagger, Mikael Damsgaard comes with an assist, 90 plus 3. But then again, 90 plus 8, we have another goal ruled out for a foul on Ashley Barnes that would have brought it even for Burnley. Talk about action, talk about the Premier League. I mean, I was following this as soon as Brentford went 3-0 up, and I'm just like, how the hell didn't I just bet a whole bunch of money on Brentford winning just by
Yeah.
a million? And then Burnley just kind of crawled their way back in. That just adds to the unpredictability of the Premier League. What were your thoughts on it, Just?
Yeah, I definitely think that's probably up there for I'd say top
Match of
three
the
game.
season?
Yeah, I'd say
Yeah.
top three games of the season. But again, I was kind of like you. You'd think Brentford went up 3-0, and again, we've talked about Brentford being another unpredictable team, team that's actually doing very well this year. But credit for Burnley for coming back. I think this Brentford team is a different team with Damsgaard in the middle. And I know coming into the season with Damsgaard, he was a original starter every game. And then I know in the beginning of the season, I think his wife got pregnant. They had a kid and everything like that. He was out of the lineup, and then I know he picked up some injuries, and then he was coming off the bench. But I think this is one of his few games that's actually started recently, and obviously I think he played a big factor. I think he had, to be honest, if I think he had 2 goals and 2 assists. I think he contributed on all 4 goals. If I'm
He
re if
had
I'm
two
if I'm re
goals and one
2 goals
assist.
and 1 assist,
Yep.
and I know the one was a header, and then the other one was a nice shot, and then the other one was a through ball to Thiago. I think it was.
Mhm.
I think that was, but no, I think he played a big factor in this Brentford win. But definitely very exciting game. Someone who's not even like a football fan, if they watch this game, that can get them into football like that easily. Just
How
watching something like that.
now talk about Igor Thiago because I knew you just mentioned him and he scored. How soon do you think he leaves Brentford?
I think it depends if where Brentford finishes.
How old do you so first of all, here's a trivia question. How old do you think he is?
Oh, trivia, something we haven't done in a while since someone's been away for the last 2 years. Uh, how old do I think he is?
Mind you, he's got 18 goals this season in the Premier League.
25.
Yeah, he's 24. Young.
Yeah,
Do you know how many goals he had with Club Brugge last year in all competitions?
42.
All right, bud, come on. 29. Not
No,
bad though. I think he's 6'3". I think he is out of there for a bigger team. sooner than later. Brentford loves to play Moneyball. Brentford are a Moneyball team.
Yeah.
If you, so I, back to my reading, when I worked in New York City, I read a book. I forgot what it was. It was something about just, I forgot what the name of it was, but it was about the like the analytics behind how teams are kind of built, things like that. And basically, the owner of Brentford is or used to be, whatever at the time, a gambler, right? He made his
Hmm.
money by gambling. So he followed the way of how to build Brentford based off of
Yeah.
Moneyball by Billy Beane. So all of his stuff is done analytically. So as soon as he knows he can get some money for him, he's going to let him go, which is why
Yeah.
they have such that high turnover rate up top, right? You saw Tony
Yeah.
uh Wissa.
Yep. What's on Newcastle
Um
now?
yeah, so I mean they do that. They'll just get rid of them.
So
So
where do you think he would go, and what do you think his contract would be if you just had to throw a guess out there now?
is he leaving this summer?
Well, you're saying you think he's gonna leave this summer. Or you think it's gonna be like another year or two?
Maybe next winter.
Yeah, I think as long as Brentford makes the top eight, and to be honest, they're
Hmm.
really are they out of contention for the that last Champions League spot?
No,
Not really, but
so Brentford is a very interesting. Well, let me pull the table back up because Brentford's very interesting. They're really not too far out of it as far as the table goes. They're on 43 points. So if there are five Champions League spots, Liverpool's only at 48 points.
so it's a
I think
plus.
it's inconceivable, but
Yeah,
what I do think is possible is that they make that sixth spot and make the Europa, um,
The Europa League.
Europa League. Yes,
Yeah,
because I mean, I'm assuming the Premier League is going to get that fifth Champions League spot. I don't see how they
yeah.
don't. Now, is it possible that we get six if one of us win? Correct?
If we win the Champions League,
If one of the teams
if
win?
a Premier League team wins the Champions League,
Yeah.
I believe so. There's so many things that
There's
go in so many things that go
Right.
into it.
I'm trying to remember what the automatic bid process is.
Yeah.
But anyway, it looks like we'll have five spots and then, I mean, the
So
sixth spot.
they
So
should get European football though,
no, no,
and I think that will
no.
get.
I wouldn't say should. Wouldn't say should. That means they'd finish in top six spots.
Sorry, I meant Europa League.
No, so they got rid of the Europa League Conference League.
No,
Go
I'm just saying the Europa League.
right, but I'm saying this Europa League would be the sixth spot. There's only five Champions League spots. Europa League, the sixth spot. Brentford's in seven. Right now, it's Arsenal, City, United, Villa,
Isn't
Liverpool,
Europa
Chelsea.
League 6, 7, and 8? Get it?
No, there might be more. I could be wrong.
All
We'll
right.
have to fact check that. I mean, what
I'm
I'm looking at, it's only five.
I could be wrong too.
Um, but yeah, I mean, if it is top eight, then yeah, there could be a good chance. Why don't you take a look into that
Yeah, I'm doing that right
and
now.
we will move right along to the next match that we had Saturday, if I can get
Oh no,
back
you're
to it.
right. The fifth place team in the Premier League qualifies directly for the Europa League group stage. Obviously, if we get that extra spot, then it goes into the sixth.
Hmm.
Does that make sense so far?
Yes.
And then if the FA Cup winner or EFL Cup winner is already qualified for the Champions League, their Europa spot cup goes to the next highest placed Premier League team not already qualified for Europe.
Okay. So no, so basically what it means if Arsenal or City win it,
Ye-
then
The next,
the
yeah.
we'll get another spot. Okay. All right. I mean that makes sense. Um moving along. We had Liverpool. This was crazy. This was a barn burner. Liverpool 5 at home against West Ham 2. Liverpool whooped that ass. Ekatike scored in the fifth minute. Then we had goals by Virgil van Dijk, an assist off a header off a nice cross by Silverschlei. Then we had Alexis McAllister goal, assist by Hugo Ekitike. Suchek made it 3-1 in the second half, but then Cody Gakpo scored another assist by Hugo Ekitike. Then a goal again by West Ham made it 4-2. And then our good boy Axel Disasi had an own goal to make it
Yep.
5-2. Liverpool just looked incredible. Ekitike 2 goals and an assist. You know what's incredible is the fact that Liverpool broke the English Premier League transfer fee
That's right.
record
Yep.
on somebody that when he comes back is going to be the backup because it would be criminal to not start Ekitike moving forward once Isak came back because he has looked incredible all season. And when he hasn't looked good, it's when they've tried to rotate him with Isak. When he has played as the lone striker with consistent playing minutes, he's looked great. He's looked great. I mean, I don't think the result here is anything that we were too shocked about. West Ham is clearly in the bottom portion of the league for a reason. Liverpool looked really, 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 really good though.
Yeah, it's just with them again. I know they're in that fifth spot right now, but they just look sometimes they look good, and then sometimes they just look like crap. Like sometimes they look like, oh, they spent all this money in the transfer window and they look like a great team. And obviously they didn't have Wirtz here or Isak, but then there's other times you just look at them just like, where's the talent? Where's everything? Did Salah
Right.
start? Did your boy start this game or no?
Salah started. You know
He
what
didn't start.
his FOTMOB rap match rating was?
Let's say 5.4.
Not far off, 6.7. How many shots on target did he have?
0.
You're goddamn right. I'm trying to see expected goals 0.19, expected assists 0.3, accurate passes 78%. That's good. His one shot looked well off. Yeah, so successful dribbles over one. Woo!
Did he play the whole game?
I think so. Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't think he was subbed off. Played 90 fucking minutes. 46 touches. 46 touches, nothing with 46 touches and played 90 minutes. That's incredible.
probably didn't pass the
Incredible.
halfway line either.
Incredible. Yeah. So Liverpool did what they had to do, but I think yeah, you are right. They kind of come and go. I was just taking a peek at their form. I think
Same.
they've looked better as of late. They definitely
Yeah,
started the season really, really poorly. They're four wins, one loss in their last five Premier League matches. I definitely think they've looked better as of late, but the beginning of the season hurt them. It's going to be interesting to see how they can finish up. I think just the way
uh,
the table is right now, I think it's a two-horse race with Arsenal and City for one and two.
yeah,
Then
100%.
there's a clear gap with, United 8 points below City between that two and three. But I would be interested to see how high Liverpool could get. I wouldn't write them off at this point with the way they're playing from finishing
Yeah, I'm just
we're
looking at
finishing third. I mean,
look,
they're only 3 points off
yeah,
of United.
looking at their schedule. Just Premier League. I'm not going to put Champions League involved. Wolverhampton. They got to play Wolverhampton back to back. They play Wolverhampton on the third and then play them in the sixth. Premier League, then FA Cup. That sucks. But they got Tottenham, Brighton, Fulham, Everton, Palace, Man U, Chelsea, Villa, Brentford. So not
Do that again, slower though.
Wolverhampton.
Yeah.
It's Tottenham,
hmm
Brighton,
Win, win,
Fulham,
draw,
Everton,
win,
Palace,
win.
United,
Mm.
Chelsea, Villa,
Fuck.
Villa, Brentford. So
Fuck! I
th
hate Chelsea, man.
those last four games are questionable.
The
Those
last
last
four
four
games are
games,
questionable, but they
it's
could
not an
go on a
easy.
really hot streak
Yeah.
going into those last four games. Uh, that's going to be interesting. That's going to be interesting close to the season. That's going to be fun to watch. Um, hmm, we're going to have to see. I don't want to talk about Chelsea when they come up, but we're gonna have to talk about them eventually. I don't want to think about it, but we're gonna have to. Hold on, we're trying to go back to this week's matches.
So yeah, Everton, Newcastle.
Oh, there we go. Yes,
Next
Everton,
game.
Newcastle. This was the. Sorry, I was trying to find that. Everton two, or I'm sorry, Everton three, Newcastle two. Everton defeating Newcastle at St. James Park. First goal of the match was scored by Jared Braithwaite, a nice header. Um, a nice goal, and
Yeah,
assisted
nice
by
header.
James Garner. Did you see that goal?
I did
It
see that
was,
goal.
yeah, small cross into the box, and it was just really just kind of guided into the far
Yeah.
corner. It was like a near post cross. It was really cool to watch. It happened so fast. I was like, what the hell? I thought it was an own goal. So that was really cool. And then Jacob Ramsey scored an assist by Sandro Tonali, kind of slipped him in there. Beto scored good couple touches only about 2 minutes later to make it
Oh my
2-1
God.
Everton.
Do you see that by Nick Pope?
Yeah, yeah. Nick Pope looked like
Oh,
shit all
oh
match.
my God. That goal was bad right to him and pushed it. Should have held on to it, but just pushed it right in front to the side. And like you said, Beto just put it in the back of the net.
Yeah, I mean, Nick Pope is definitely not. He's looked like crap all year. He looked like he was on ice skates. Um, And then we had goals in the second half. Jacob Murphy tied it up 2-2. And then Tierno Perry, literally a minute later, made it 3-2. Assist by our boy KDB. Um, man, he's looked good. He's looked good over there. You got to
No,
give the man
yeah.
his credit.
Well,
Um,
without Grealish there, he's kind of been more of the
yeah, he's been
m
playing on an attacking central.
more of like the man to play through. Even with Grealish there, he was still important there. But now without Grealish, who's been out for obviously a while, he's like their key factor. Get the ball to him and let him create everything going forward.
Yeah, absolutely. He's had a pretty good season. 5 goals, 3 assists for like what he does, which was
Yeah,
I
not
mean
bad at all.
now he's in an attacking midfield spot, but he used to be more box to box. So
Box, yeah.
but yeah, no, he's looked good. But yeah, I mean this was a match that really took me by surprise. What really takes me by surprise the fucking most is the fact that Newcastle spent 120 plus million pounds over the summer on 2 different strikers, yet will refuse to use either of them up top. Why are you starting Anthony Gordon up top? Why? It doesn't work. That's why you brought in 2 different strikers.
It's because he
So Nick
scored five
Volt.
goals in the Champions League, man. That's why.
So what? So what? He played Carabag. But
Yeah,
Carabag, I mean, look at his stats in the Premier League. He's got 3 goals and 2 assists in the
yeah,
Premier League
he's
this
been
season.
awful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and yet you have Nick Voltamani playing the attack and midfield position behind him. I just don't understand that. Voltamani's got 7 goals on the season. Gordon's got 3. Why wouldn't you just start Gordon out on the wing where he typically plays? Because Gordon is not a typical striker. Gordon is typically out on the wing. But what they're trying to do, I guess, is really force Anthony Elanga in there.
I was just about to bring him up.
It
I
just
think
he
he's shit.
I know I want to hold out hope for him, but he's looked like crap. He hasn't done a damn thing. But yeah, that's the problem. I think at this point, it's like they're trying to squeeze some of these. I mean, it's trying to.
Anthony Elanga's got one assist in the Premier League this year.
He's horrible. He's done
And if
horrible.
and if you count the League Cup, one goal, he's got one goal and one assist
Horrible.
in however many games. There's a list here and that many. So why can't you just put Gordon out wide, take
Yeah,
Elanga
that's
out,
I.
and then put Wisa or Woltemade, whatever the hell his name is, up top? Why can't you do that?
Yeah, no, it definitely, I agree. It makes no sense, and I talked about it a lot with our Newcastle insider, Christopher Nugent. I know he frequents the St. James Park a lot. I know he's in the Newcastle area quite a bit. I think he was telling me he's been to 300 of the 400 pubs they have over there. So
Shit.
I know, yeah, I know Christopher's got his ear close to the ground over there. So him and I talk about it quite a lot, but I don't understand it either. I know Bruno's out injured, so that definitely hurts as far as the midfield goes. So you can't play that midfield trio. I wonder if maybe that's why that they can't play Joe Linton, Sandro Tonali, and Bruno around those 3, and that's why you need Voltamani up top. I don't know, but
If you're starting a winger who has one goal and one assist, and now you're
it
going to
doesn't
make
make
him
sense.
1-2. I'm adding Champions League and all this stuff too. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37 games. And you have one goal and one assist.
Listeners, if you wanted to know, Justin can count up to 37 successfully. Thank you, Justin.
That's why I got a good degree.
Yeah, no,
It didn't give me like a
oh, it didn't. I
breakdown
was like,
on
why
top.
is this?
That's why I had to go down every game. I just had to count them real quick. It did give me like a breakdown of all that.
Shite. Yeah, he's shit. I want to. I'm interested to see if Eddie Howe makes it through when they're where they end up finishing, and where Eddie Howe what ends up happening
Yeah.
because his leash has got to be pretty short at this point. But
Yeah, he's saved by the Champions League right now.
yeah, if it wasn't for the
Yeah.
fact that we're in, yeah, I don't. And if they don't make European football next year, it's going to be an issue.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, moving along. Moving along, we have Leeds nil, Man City 1. This match just pissed me off. I had a lot of money on Man City to score more than 1 goal, but all we had was an Antoine Semenyo goal, assisted by uh, uh, Nori in the 45th plus 2, and that was it as far as scoring went. It
Yeah.
just was boring, and
Calvert-Lewin had that chance in the beginning of the game. I don't know if you saw that.
I did see the chance of the
It,
game, but
it's
then that
nothing
was
really
it.
happened.
Yeah.
Man City dominated possession, but didn't look as dangerous without Holland in there. It's
Hmm.
actually going to be very interesting. I don't know how much time he's going to miss,
Ooh.
but what I heard with Pep's like
Pep's
made
not
it,
happy.
yeah, Pep made it sound like it doesn't seem like this is going to be like a day to day or week thing. He's making this sound like this could be like a multiple week kind of injury, unless he's trying to play games against Real Madrid, which Pep would do that, play games.
Yeah, but Pep didn't sound happy. I heard his pre-match press conference, and where they asked about missing Holland. Usually, I
Yeah.
feel like he had a more calm answer, but then he was
Mm.
like, "Ugh, he's the best scorer in the league." Like that.
Yeah.
That's true. That's a lot of goals to miss up top,
Oh
and
yeah, absolutely.
you're not going to replace that with anybody. And for as far as this offense goes, they do generate most of their goals go through him, right? Like I don't want to go through all their goals player by player. Semenyo
Yeah.
definitely helps, but before Semenyo, I mean nobody else on that team even has I don't know, six. And if it's six, it's Phil Foden who did it all in like 2 games. So
He doesn't even play anymore. And then
exactly.
they picked up a couple injuries. O'Reilly got hurt as well with an
Yeah.
ankle injury. So and when do
And
they
Pep usually keeps his team pretty thin to begin with. So all of these
when do they
injuries
play
on
When
top.
do they play Madrid? When's that next round of Champions
That
League?
would be next week.
Next week. So they could be missing a few good
Yeah.
players. And don't get me wrong, Man City always have that strong
But
squad.
Madrid looks like shit too.
I know, and they just lost again today, by the way, if you saw that 1-0.
Yeah, I did because I bet on him to win.
Jesus Christ.
It
But
was
no.
fine. It was like
No.
74 cents.
Yeah. It's gonna be interesting with Man City without Holland, depending on the injury. Obviously, if we get good news for them, I think obviously better for them. But if there's a possibility that he misses up to a month, I'm not gonna be as confident with them to keep up with Arsenal, unfortunately.
No, I agree. I agree 100%. You know, it could be an interesting Champions League matchup, which would be rather dull, is a Mbappe-less Real Madrid versus a Holland-less Man City.
Yeah, it just wouldn't be as fun.
That would be like
It would turn into Vinny versus
You
Semenyo
know
or
what that
something
would
like
be
that.
like? It'd be like a big, like heavyweight matchup, right? That everyone's going to go see. They pay a lot of money for, and it's just 12
Yeah.
rounds of
Yep.
just like defense, right? Nobody's going at each other. That's what it would be because that match would like probably conceivably be like 1-0 and like 0. There would not be a lot of action between those two. So, I mean, let's hope at least one come back for the sake of people who want to bet on the over. Moving along, we get to Sunday morning. And we had Brighton at home 2, Nottingham 1. We had an early goal by Diego Gomez, assisted by Pascal Gross in the 6th minute. In the 13th, we had a Morgan Gibbs White spotting, scored in the 13th. And then right back, Danny Welbeck scored, made it 2-1. And then there were no goals the rest of the
Yeah.
match. And
So
that was it. We had three
we had
goals
three.
within the first 15 minutes.
Yep. I was about to say that 3 goals in 9 minutes. Probably the most exciting part about this game. And then I kind of just think it fell off a little bit. Thought Nottingham Forest maybe had a little urge to come back in this game, still understanding they're really trying to fight relegation as well. Maybe get a point out of there, but just wasn't good enough.
That owner at Nottingham Forest is gonna lose his mind
That's
if
the
they
big
get
guy, right? That's
relegated.
the big heavy set
Yeah.
guy, right? Dude, he's funny just looking at him in the stands. Or when was it before when he was coming onto the field and stuff and he was
Yeah, he
just
came on the
yelling
pitch
at.
last season when what's his face was the head coach. That's now the head coach over at Wolves
I know who you're talking about, but yeah,
or no West Ham area. Yeah, so I don't. Nottingham does not look good. Nuno Santos,
yes.
Nuno Espirito Santo. Yeah, Nottingham didn't look great. They haven't looked great all season. Brighton looked a little bit better, but nothing else really to talk about in this match for me. Moving along, the other match going on at this time, one of the other two matches going on at this time, rather, Fulham 2, Tottenham Hotspur 1, and you love to see it, ladies and gentlemen. Tottenham Hotspur, they're going down. They're getting relegated. Harry Wilson, my boy, scored in the 7th minute. Looked fucking great. He's looked great all season. A Wobie goal in the 34th minute, assist by he himself, Harry Wilson. Richarlison a score in the 66th minute, and of course, he tried to fight everybody afterwards. But if you look at Tottenham right now, they are sliding. In their last 5 matches, 4 of them have been losses, yes, and one draw in the Premier League, and the last 4 have all been losses. They face Crystal Palace next. That's going to be interesting. But I mean, what do you think at this point? It's 4 points away from the bottom still for Tottenham, and they look like they might be staying down there.
Yeah, sorry, I was trying to look for a Spurs laughing thing. I couldn't find one. Really need to get a soundboard because I we can get one for them, and I would love it. Really got to work on a soundboard.
We could. Okay, I'll take a look
Uh,
after this.
yeah, but I kind of like you said, Harry Wilson has been playing so good for them,
He has been playing
so
so
good.
well.
Do you think it's possibility the way he's playing now, he can leave?
We talked about the same exact thing last week. I think he's too old. I think it's the problem
Did we? Yeah,
because
my
he
my memory. I
is.
can count, but my memory ain't good.
No, we talked about the same thing last week. Yeah, he is on the older side. He's 28. He's turning 29 in about 3 weeks. He's on 9 goals and 6 assists in the Premier League right now. His transfer value is about 19 million. So I don't think he would go to a large club. I think he goes to, I mean, maybe but what's next step up from Fulham at this point? I'm not sure,
Yeah, that
but
is true.
we talked about the same thing last week. So
Yeah,
dear listeners, I'm not going to bore you with it again, but
yeah, but
it'll be interesting to see what happens with him.
I just think again, it's funny just seeing this happen to Spurs. I think it's
Mhm.
hilarious. I think it's hilarious. I
I
d-
like it. It
yeah,
couldn't happen to a worse lot.
no, yeah, and I think
Honestly,
going.
you know, what I would tell you is Harry Wilson, a good team for him would be like that next step up from Fulham would be Tottenham, but obviously that's not.
No, I definitely wouldn't want to go to
But like in
them. Definitely.
usual seasons, though, you know what I mean? In
Yeah,
usual seasons, but Tottenham, they're one of those things, and somebody mentioned it really well the other day. They want to act like a big team, but they haven't won shit. They want to act like a big team, but they have won one trophy, and that was by Ange Postecoglou
yeah,
at a secondary European championship, and then you got rid of Ange Postecoglou. That's the only
yeah,
trophy they've won in how long is it? All time, right? Like
yeah. It's been yeah.
so.
Yeah,
I,
they're
I,
they're they're getting saved by Champions League either, which I just look at. I'm just like
yeah, they are too,
Barca.
but
I know Barca's not playing. No, it's not Barca. Who plays them? I don't know. I'm drawing a blank. Because they're on the
keep
left.
talk,
They're on the left
keep
side, aren't they?
keep talking, and I'll look. Yeah, they are on the
The
easier side.
left. They're on the easier side.
Yeah,
So
they got Atletico
it's
Madrid.
Atletico Madrid. I think Atletico Madrid could destroy them.
Depends when Atletico Madrid shows up.
Tottenham's not good though. This is the issue we're talking about though.
I
Look,
know, but Atletico Madrid's also not that great.
that's another sleeper thing. Atletico Madrid all the way to the semifinals.
They're not playing anybody. But yeah, Fulham continue their pretty solid form, I would say, this
Yeah,
season. They're just a pretty 500 team, right? 12 wins, 12 losses, four
yeah.
draws. They
Always like that.
are 40 goals for, 42 against. So I like watching Fulham. I've seen them live. They're a fun team to watch play right now. Let's see how many of those players they can retain. But I
Yep.
think, maybe they can potentially make a push next season or maybe this season for, one of those bottom European league spots. They are ninth on 40 points, tied with Everton. So we'll see if they can make a late little
A
push.
little bit of a run, yeah.
They got West Ham coming up. They should take three there, but let's see. And then we had the last one of this slates before we get into, oh, fuck, I really don't want to talk about them. But we got Man U 2, Crystal Palace 1. Interesting game here. LaCroix scores in the fourth minute. Nobody really saw that coming. And then Man United just asserted dominance, I think, throughout this
Yeah.
match. Bruno Fernandes scored a pen in the 57th minute, finally breaking through. Benjamin Sesko, he's so great, and I called it. That's why I drafted him in fantasy, and then I dropped him. But then he scored in the 65th minute. But I mean, this match was all Man United against
Yeah.
Crystal Palace after that goal. I think that goal is like a wake up call. I was like, shit, maybe they're not just going to hand it to, or maybe they're not just going to fall over. But then, the rest of that match was all United. I would like to see more like shots on target. 20 total shots. I don't think too many were on target. It didn't look like, but
No, but I don't know. I think the red card obviously played a big factor
oh,
in
I'm
this
sorry. Never
game.
mind. I would be a liar if I didn't correct myself. There were 11 shots on target.
Oh, so okay, so that makes
So
sense.
maybe work on just putting it um, not right at the keeper, I guess, because that
Yeah.
would mean if there were 2 goals and 11 shots, that would mean 9 saves. That's pretty.
No, yeah,
It's
fair
not
enough.
very good.
But yeah, Like, and I just think Man U's playing really good football right now. I
Hmm.
think Carrick has really changed his team. I think Bruno, as much as the disrespect he probably gets as a player,
I
and
like him now.
who knows what's going to happen with him in this future of Man U? Is he going to stay or is he going to go to Saudi, which it's been talking for a while? Uh, he really is the player on this team that creates everything. And
I
again,
agree.
I just think, and I hate saying this, I think they're a dangerous team right now.
It's really dangerous.
I think they're still tied with City with the most points uh since the new year.
Well,
But
here's the thing, and they're so Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
it just looks like they have everything going. I know, unfortunately, they did lose Luke Shaw, which I think he sucks anyway. They
Yeah.
lost Luke Shaw to an injury. Maguire, it looks like picked up a knock at the end of the game. So who knows? We'll have to go with center back the next time they go through. But they look good.
Hmm.
I am very questionable on that PK call. Did you get to see it?
Yeah. No, I thought that was a penalty on
Definitely
Cunha,
a
right?
red card. Yeah,
Well, if
I'm
it's a
not talking
red
about the
card, then
red
it's
card.
got
I
then.
thought to me it looked like, I guess this is where you can go in between. Like it looked like it's usually where it starts the pulling.
Mm,
It's not where it ends.
mm.
And in my opinion, I thought it happened on top of the box where it should have been a free kick out there. And
I see what you're saying.
even my boy, Mark Goldbridge.
Yeah, yeah. No, I
Yeah,
don't actually.
you don't know who he is,
No,
dude. He's like a Man U streamer supporter, and he's like the big Man U guy.
the hair guy.
No, not the guy with the big ass afro. Do you have Twitter or X?
No, no.
Okay.
I stay off too. I have too
All
many
right,
forms
but
of social
if
media
you
as
look
is.
up Mark Goldbridge, like he'll stream he streams every Man U game and he'll curse, goes up. He's really funny. He's like the
Hmm.
big Man U guy, and he was even like that was a very soft penalty kick, but obviously you didn't. It's not as funny because you don't know who he is, but no credit to Man U. They're all the way up to third now, which
Hmm.
I don't think anyone would have guessed that at this
Hmm.
stage. And then you got to really see they could be that top four team to be in the Champions League, possibly top five.
Yeah, let's take a look at their next few fixtures that they have coming up as well. And I think that one of the things that really benefits them is they have no other matches to play other than the
That's
Premier
the
League.
thing. Yeah, they're
And
playing what,
we've
one game a week?
Yeah, we've been saying this. I mean, if you look at the runner fixtures, they haven't lost a match in the Premier League, really, since December 21st.
Yeah, they've been the best. This tied with Man City, best
Win,
team all
draw,
year.
draw, draw, win, 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 win. All right, I'm not going through them all.
Yeah,
But what they have coming up, they have Newcastle on Wednesday, Villa on Sunday. So there's two
they have
back-to-back
two big
matches that they
games.
need to
Yeah,
show up. Yep. Then they'll have Bournemouth, Leeds, Chelsea, Brentford, Liverpool. So not the
not an easy
easiest.
run. Yeah,
No, not the easiest run to wrap up the season. Liverpool, Chelsea, Villa, and Newcastle are definitely the highlights matches that they have coming up. So it's going to be interesting to see how they close up.
yeah.
All right, we got to do it. I'm going to try to keep it as short as possible, or I guess maybe unopinionated. I don't even know. Arsenal 2, Chelsea 1. Arsenal early goal by Saliba on a corner. Then Chelsea, this is kind of bullshit. Own goal on a corner. I don't think it should have been an own goal. Like, give us that goal. Fuck right off. And then Timber, a goal in the 66th minute
Off the
off
corner.
another corner. So three corner goals in the match. And it ended with Chelsea with 10 men on the pitch because our boy Pedro Neto decided to get back-to-back yellow cards within a span of 3 minutes. 67th minute for dissent, and then the 70th minute he just decided to slide into Gabriel Martinelli. I don't know what the hell that was all about. Um, so yeah, Chelsea won, Arsenal two. Justin, what are your takeaways? I know you said you didn't watch much of the match. I watched the whole thing.
Yeah, I am sick of the discipline,
Hmm.
and I think this has to be like a emergency club meeting.
Hmm.
Like it's just
We're
and
tied for
like
most red cards in Premier League history.
yeah, we can fill out a I don't know if you saw my Instagram post.
Yeah, we got nine.
We can fill out almost a starting 11 of red cards.
There's nine.
Yeah, but it's just, and again, you said we weren't playing bad. I thought the first half, like I was listening to the radio because I was driving, and they were just roasting us how bad we were.
Yeah.
They were just saying no possession. Robert Sanchez was trying to lose the ball every time it went to his feet.
Well,
Uh, I'm,
that's my biggest problem with it all. Oh, go ahead. Finish up what you're
and
going to
then
say.
I heard really Palmer starting to worry me again. I'm starting to hear these conversations. This guy's not he's not world class. And I'm starting to get on that trend that he may not be world class anymore. You're
So, watching the match, and this was my problem, is that the we had a lot of possession and we resorted back to Maresca ball where we didn't attack. We decided we wanted to just keep possession and move the ball around the pitch. We
Mhm.
tried playing out from the back so many times. Cole didn't really, or Cole, my boy Cole, Palmer didn't really get the ball in great spaces. When he did, there were a couple times when they got him the ball finally that he was able to make a few moves at top, but
Yeah,
nobody up top had any sort of impact. Yao Pedro didn't have an impact up top. Cole Palmer didn't have an impact up top. Neither of the wide men had an impact up top. It's because the entire match we were trying to play out of the back. And what Arsenal were doing is we were trying to play out of the back with three, and I texted you this, and they were pressing with four. So we were trying to play
yeah,
out with three defenders, and they're pressing with four offensive players. It made fucking no sense in the first half why we were doing that. But that's why we just kept getting ourselves into trouble. There could have been way more goals. Sanchez played like total crap. That second goal that Timber headed home, I know you didn't. Did you see the highlight of that?
I saw the highlight of it.
Where
Yeah,
he was begging like a schoolboy for a foul in the box and nobody touched him.
yeah,
Nobody touched him. He threw a whole hissy fit to VAR to have them look at it again, but they just didn't. They just Chelsea never got the ball to the top of the pitch. Nobody played well at the top of the pitch. Like nobody at the top of the pitch played well. The entire match was played at the back part of the pitch, and I'm looking right now at passes and touches. Again, in typical Chelsea form, and this is Maresca ball to a T. This is the amount of matches or touches in the match, mind you. Number one, Trevor Chalobah, 89 touches. In the entire match, including Arsenal. Number two, 81 touches, Reece James. Number three, Moises Caicedo, 73 touches. There's your triple trident that
yeah,
plays out.
yep,
Then you got Robert Sanchez, 65 touches. We're now playing with him as part of the triangle in the back. And we have Mamadou Sarr, 58 touches. The only player in Arsenal that shows up in that top six spot there is Gabriel with 69. You have Mamadou Sarr that made his first Premier League start. Cole Palmer only had 39 touches of the ball.
yeah. That's a problem.
Yao Pedro had 46 touches of the ball. Enzo Fernandez, 57 touches of the ball. You need Pedro Neto. Say what you want about him, 29 touches. How is he going to get involved if he's only making 29 touches out on the wing? That's a problem. You need to get your playmakers the ball. And when Palmer got the ball, I mean, all he could do by the time they got into it was pass sideways. He did have a 92% passing rate and was 3 of 3 on accurate long balls. So like he just didn't get the ball. He was invisible because they didn't get the ball to him. Right? And I think that's a huge problem. And I think that was the huge problem under Maresca ball is that they just at times they don't look like they want to score. They just look like they want to eat possession.
What do you think about? Before I bring this up, by the way, do you know we haven't started the same back four in like over 2 months?
I'm not shocked. I mean, some of these lineups that come out.
Like
When I saw Mamadou Sarr, I'm like, who the fuck? Why? I'm like, what the
how,
fuck is going on
how are
here?
you supposed to be consistent and have chemistry with your back four when you switch it every fucking game? Like it's so annoying, and that's what Enzo Maresca did. But it's the same thing over and over again. Let's switch the outside backs. You can switch every other often, but you
Sure.
switch to center backs every. It's Fofana and Chalaba, and then you have Badio Shield and you have Fofana, and then you have Chabala and you have freaking Sar. And then and then Tosin comes in at the end of the game again for no fucking reason. I know they were setting him up to get headers, but it's just keep it consistent, dude. I know Cucurella's hurt. And I know Reece James. You feel like he can't play every game, but
He's
it's just
world class.
no, Reece James. Yeah, we don't
You
have to
know
have
what?
that
When
conversation.
he's healthy, he's world class, mate.
Yeah, he should be the starting back for England. But what do you think about all the nonsense that happened in the box? Did you see
I
all the
think,
you
yeah,
know
yeah.
that
I think the
and don't
second,
get me
I
I,
think
I
they're,
don't need to we don't need to talk about the Declan Rice handball thing because Chelsea scored right after it.
yeah. No,
So it's
I've
that,
said
that
that to my friend too. Like that was justice served, but that was the clear evidence that VAR is fucked. He threw his elbow up. Like you can't tell
oh
me that
yeah.
wasn't. But the second one, I don't want to take away the physicality of the game, right? It's
Yes.
tough. But that being said, he was tackled from behind and he got his head to the ball first.
Yeah.
So I mean, you could make a case that he could have flicked the ball back, right? Like he did get tackled in the box. I
Yeah.
think if it wasn't
And
called on the pitch, I think that one's a tough one to
yeah.
overturn. That's why I think it's just tough to overturn either way.
And I'm not making any excuses because there's so much that goes on in the box. Like you
Mhm.
can't keep track of everyone. There's holding, there's grabbing. It's just too hard. But I just feel like at some point it's got to be like, and again, I'm not giving hate to Arsenal because Arsenal's freaking fantastic on set pieces. Obviously, everybody knows that, but I feel like they do get away with
Yeah, they get
in
away with a lot in the
a
box.
lot in the box. And I think it was last week where Gabriel got pushed by the Tottenham attacker,
Mhm.
Tulua, or I forget what his name was, and it was like a light push, and that got called. It's just again too much inconsistent. But to me, again, I don't think we deserve to win.
No, we didn't
Now,
deserve to
yeah,
win. If we ended up getting a draw out of that, that would have
yeah,
been almost like that would have been for us one of those things where it's one of those things where you know when you get away with something, like if you're with your buddies and something doesn't get put on the bar tab and
yeah,
everyone's like shh, don't say anything, don't say anything. That would be like that match with Chelsea. If you leave the stadium, you're like shh, don't say it. We got that draw. Don't say anything. Don't say anything. Just get to the next.
You know we're unbeaten against them like the last 8 games or something against Arsenal. It's
You
getting
mean
bad.
winless?
Sorry, winless. My bad.
I was about to say unbeaten. We were
Sorry,
definitely fucking been
winless.
beat.
It's getting bad. It's getting real bad.
Yeah, you know what? But until they actually win anything, I don't really give a
Yeah, fair
shit.
enough. All right.
Until they fucking win, I don't give a
See
shit.
you later, Chelsea.
Yeah. All right. So that's it. I don't want to go in anymore about Chelsea. So that's our Premier League review. Let's dive into our preview of the matches because we have tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday. I don't want to do a
Are we
big
not doing winners?
dive.
Are we not doing winners and losers? Do you not do
Do
those or not?
No, we're gonna jump. I don't know if you saw my next text, but we got rid of the winners losers. Well, you got three winners losers. You want to just run through quick? Go ahead.
Oh yeah, I'll go. I guess I can count, Ian. I can't read though. Yeah, I can just go through them real quick. I took my time and did them. Didn't take long. My winner number one was score first and regret it. Out of the 10 games played, the team that scored first, 8 out of the 10 teams won. Besides Man U, who came back from that 1-0 goal in the fourth minute, and then the Bournemouth Sunderland tie. My winner number two is Brentford and Burnley. Those fans got a hell of a game. However much you paid for that ticket was worth your money.
Mhm.
Uh, winner
I have to
three was
charge
the
more too, probably a cheap one.
yeah. My winner three, kind of like last week, was the title race and also the relegation race. All the
Okay.
teams won, all the teams lost, besides obviously Wolverhampton won. My losers, Bernardo Cueva. You know who Bernardo Cueva is, Ian?
Go ahead.
That's our Chelsea set piece coach.
Oh, good.
Uh knows what he's doing on the attacking side, has no idea what he's doing on the defending side. My loser two is Aston Villa.
Okay.
Obviously losing to
Big
Wolverhampton.
loss.
And then my loser number three is the Sunderland warm-up. Nordy McCooley, Brian Brobbery, and I'm gonna butcher this one. Koslin Taibai all picked up injuries in the pre-match.
Did they really?
All three picked up injuries in the
No
pre-match, which I
way.
read. So I don't know what was going on there, but that was
Wow.
actually crazy to me.
That's crazy. That's
Yeah,
bad. What the hell's
yeah.
going on? Wow. Wow. All right. Well, hey, good for you for following instructions the first time they were given and never followed up. But so that's Justin's 3-3. I don't have any because I don't. So we're gonna get into our Premier League preview for the next 3 days. And just I'm just gonna let's just go win, loss, draw. Like let's just bang it out real quick, like sleeper pick action.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Don't
All right.
I'm letting you
So
know these may change before tomorrow for my pick 'em.
that's fair. Fuck. All right, I was gonna steal some of the picks. Tomorrow we're gonna start things off. We have three at the 2:30 EST slate. First one we're gonna be covering here. Bournemouth at home against Brentford. I got Brentford.
I do. I have Brentford. I have Brentford to win, not comfortably, but Brentford to win.
Okay, I agree. I think I like their form, and I think Bournemouth's a little unpredictable, but I think that's
Mhm.
going to be an interesting match.
Yep.
Next, we got Everton at home against Burnley. I got Everton.
I have Everton as well.
unless Burnley could stay hot, they scored a lot of goals over the weekend. Maybe they
Yeah.
got their goal scoring boots on, but I might
I
take this over.
yeah, I think Everton's got a little bit of momentum from that game against Newcastle going in, especially
That
home.
too. That
Little
too.
something.
I agree. Then we got Leeds against Sunderland. In the past, this would probably have been a better matchup.
I have draw.
Yeah, I would say a draw too. These teams, you know why? Because they've played each other probably so much in the championship and those
Yeah,
lower leagues. I think there's a lot of history and a lot of yeah. I think if Sunderland were home, I
it'd
would
be a
go
little different.
Sunderland.
Yeah,
Yeah, but if they're on the way of Leeds, I might even lean towards Leeds squeaking something late.
yeah, it's a possibility.
Yeah,
It's gonna
okay.
be it's gonna be like a one
Yeah,
game or two
that's
one
gonna
game,
be
something like that.
a tough match, well fought. And then
Ugh.
3:15, we got the Wolverhampton Wanderers versus Liverpool. I'm going to go with Liverpool just because I don't think Wolverhampton's going to do it twice.
Yeah, I can agree with you. Obviously, Wolverhampton coming off some high momentum, but I think it's gonna be Liverpool here.
Awesome. Going on to Wednesday here, Aston Villa versus Chelsea. Villa is at home. We are very bad on the road. I'm going to go with Villa.
Uh, yeah, I don't even know what to pick anymore.
We're
Who's
playing so crappy, and I feel like Cole's Palmer's going to have an injury. He went down like holding his groin. I feel like he'll be
yeah,
hurt, and if he's hurt,
yeah.
like we're all fucked.
Yeah, I have no idea because I probably Garnacho's probably gonna be starting out wide now, just because we don't have anyone Neto suspended.
Yeah, imagine Cole Palmer being hurt. Then it's going to be like Garnacho and who? Gittins? Because
I don't think he's game fit yet.
okay, so now all of our wingers are hurt.
They'd probably put Gusto or
Oh,
something up
good.
there.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that'll
Uh
reconfirm my pick
yeah.
on Aston Villa.
I picked draw.
Yeah, I could see a draw. I'll take Aston Villa just because I'm a little negative with Chelsea right now. Brighton and Hove Albion at home against Arsenal. I think this could be a banana peel for Arsenal. Coming off the high of winning
Sadly,
the derby, I'm gonna go with a draw here. I think this is a letdown spot for Arsenal.
I would love a draw, but again, until I gotta pick Arsenal. Sadly, I'm not saying that
Yeah.
happy.
No, that's fair. I mean, that's fair. I mean, that's just how I kind of want
Yeah,
things to happen. But moving along, we got Fulham at home against West Ham United. I think that's a win for Fulham, in my opinion.
I have West Ham. I have West Ham with a little bit of an upset here.
Okay. Interesting.
Could change by tomorrow. Sorry, that one's Wednesday. That one could change by Wednesday.
Interesting. Okay. Anyway, we'll see what happens there. Then we got Man City at home against Nottingham Forest.
City
I got City here. Newcastle at home against Man U.
draw.
Depends who. I don't know. I think this guy's going to get his haircut this season. Give me a Man U win. Sorry, Nuge. I think this dude's just got to get his haircut. I think it's got to happen at some point in time. And I think I think they're just too shambolic. I think there's too many injuries. There's too much like, who the hell are they playing? I
Yeah,
already said it. I think Eddie Howe's kind of might be on his way out, depending on where they finish at the end of the season. But then Thursday we got Tottenham Hotspur against Crystal Palace. I mean, this has to be a Tottenham win
yeah.
if they want to stay
I
up.
have Spurs to win here.
Yeah, I got Tottenham too. I think at some point, I mean, their roster, like their players are good. They just are playing like shit.
Shit, yeah,
I mean, at least I think that maybe they're not. Maybe it's a crappy team. They were in the bottom of the Premier League last year too. So maybe they're just shit.
yeah, could be.
You know what? Fuck it, draw.
Yeah,
Maybe
that's fine.
Tottenham's just full of shit at this point. Maybe like there's just nothing left. Give me a draw on that point.
Full of shit. Tottenham. I get what you did. Moving on.
Yeah, so that brings us to the end of another Beyond the Ball episode. Justin, anything you got you want to leave our viewers or listeners with rather?
We are consistent now. That's all I have to say. No, I'm hoping next time we come on this pod, hopefully again we said Thursday. Obviously we'll have Santi back. I hope we can bring you a little bit more exciting news about Chelsea here.
Yeah,
Uh,
hoping for more exciting news. But what's that little Wayne lyric?
Little
Praying,
Wayne.
yeah, praying for the best, but preparing for the worst. That's what it's going on Wednesday. I'm praying for the best with Chelsea, but I'm preparing for the worst because I don't see it happen. Just don't fucking say that.
All
But
right, we'll check on
or the
Ian's
goals,
mental.
or it could be like a nil-nil draw. It could be boring as shit. But listeners, anyway, thank you as always for listening to us ramble, especially about the Blues. If you haven't already, follow us on the Instagram machine, beyond_a_ball_, or drop us a note on Spotify with what you want to hear on next week's episode. Follow us and leave us 5 stars as well, please and thank you. And for all of us over at the Beyond the Ball podcast, until next time.